Hello and welcome to Crypto News. It's Friday the 3rd, 2026, and the top crypto news are as follows. Let's start today's episode with Coinbase, which we learned has secured a conditional banking license, and as the exchange emphasized, this will help it tremendously with payments as a sector that Coinbase wants to expand into. And beyond this for Coinbase, as gradually all exchanges will look like banks in the future, I want to take you to X402, which will also enter Linux. So Coinbase is collaborating with the Linux Foundation to launch the X402 Foundation, an industry group created to oversee the development of a new internet payment standard. X402 is the protocol that Coinbase has built so that AI agents can carry out payments on the internet as well as on the blockchain. So it's creating the X402 Foundation to bring this technology to Linux as well. And which major players are collaborating in this new effort? Well, the companies participating in launching this foundation are Google, Stripe, Visa, MasterCard, Shopify, Cloudflare, where 20 to 25% of the internet is hosted, and the Solana Foundation. So no major player wants to be left out of the future of payments on the internet and on blockchain, obviously. Continuing, we'll go to Polymarket and mainly Pyth, which closed an amazing partnership. As we learned, Polymarket, the largest prediction market, has added markets linked to stocks like Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, etc., commodities like gold and oil, and financial instruments with hedge funds using price data from the Pyth Network blockchain. So as I said, excellent move by Pyth, because Polymarket may be banned in many countries, but it still remains the largest prediction market we have in our market and constantly needs to be fed with data where Pyth will have work. And for this exact reason, it has done a 5% in 24-hour chart. Very little for such news, I think. Let me tell you now that Polymarket isn't running out of money because it essentially increased fees, with the result that according to DeFi Llama, daily charges have increased from $363,000 on Monday to over $1 million on Wednesday. So certainly Polymarket has plenty of money to survive. In our last news of the day, I'll take you to Jonathan, a 193-year-old turtle, which is this turtle you see on your screens. The turtle is the oldest terrestrial animal on the planet right now, and let me tell you that on X, someone impersonated the turtle's caretaker and said the turtle died. First of all, after this, the truth came out, namely that the turtle hasn't died and is alive, with the result that a coin made for the turtle 8 months ago did a 1400% candle from this whole story I told you, and then the price crashed to its lows. And this is the world of meme coins, and it's time for us to go to our beloved crypto market with Bitcoin standing at $66,000 boringly, as you know. Despite all this, the war in the Middle East continues. First, let me tell you that the American markets completely erased the losses they had in the previous episode after Iran confirmed it's cooperating with Oman to find a protocol that will allow ships to pass through the Strait of Hormuz without any problems. And at the same time, Iran said it requires ships passing through the strait to pay in cryptocurrencies or Chinese yuan. The cryptocurrencies that everyone knows are stablecoins, but who says it can't be Bitcoin in the future? Continuing, let me tell you that the Americans and Israel are slowly starting to target infrastructure in Iran like bridges, and from what I hear, there will be many such attacks. And all this is happening at the same time that 3 very high-ranking American military leaders were dismissed without any explanation whatsoever. So many believe that America is slowly laying the groundwork to make a ground attack on Iran with all these moves. And Iran that, according to a new report by American intelligence services, isn't in very bad shape. As from what I read, 50% of missile launchers are still intact, thousands of drones are operational, and coastal cruise missiles for ships are intact. And all this is happening because of Iran's underground storage facilities that you can't easily target, for which specific element is very happy, none other than oil, which reached $113 per barrel and now stands at $112. And if the weekend hadn't come, it could have exceeded the $120 it had reached. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, Friday the 3rd, 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.